In the world of SEO, some old habits die hard. They're kind of like ghosts in the machine, these outdated practices that just haunt websites, cluttering up the code and, honestly, distracting from what really truly works today. So today, we're going to go on a little ghost hunt for one of the most stubborn SEO myths out there.
So what are we hunting? We're going after the meta keywords tag. Now, this thing was once a super powerful tool in every SEO's kit. I mean, it was a direct line to the search engines to tell them what your page was all about. And even now, you'd be surprised how many people still think it holds some kind of secret power over Google.
But is there any truth to that? To find out, we really need to dig in. Let's do a little anatomy lesson on this ghost, figure out what it is, and more importantly, how this myth of its power got started in the first place.
So, what is this thing, anyway? Well, it was basically just this hidden line of code in your website's HTML. You'd list out all the terms you wanted to rank for, like SEO or digital marketing. Back in the early days of the internet, this was a perfectly fine way to help search engines figure out your page. It was simple, it was direct, and for a while, it actually worked.
But, that simplicity, that's what ended up killing it. By the late 90s, the tag was being massively abused. People started keyword stuffing. And I mean, they were just jamming hundreds of repetitive, sometimes totally irrelevant keywords into this tag just to try and game the system. It quickly became a completely useless signal, so search engines had to adapt. And then, in 2009, Google made an announcement that officially pulled the plug.
So after years and years of abuse and just general confusion, the evidence became pretty overwhelming. It's time to put this ghost on trial and deliver the final, definitive verdict.
Okay, first things first, let's get some perspective here. With over 92% of the search market, let's be real. When we talk about SEO, we're talking about Google. The rules are pretty much the rules of the game. So, what is their official policy on this keywords tag?
Here it is. This isn't a rumor, it's not a theory, it's a direct quote from Google's own blog. And look at the date, September 21st, 2009. They've been crystal clear about this for well over a decade. The keywords meta tag has absolutely zero impact on their web rankings. The debate is, for all intents and purposes, over. So yeah, it's useless, but it actually gets worse. Keeping this tag isn't just a harmless neutral act. It can be actively risky. While Google just ignores it, other search engines like Bing have said that overusing it could look like a spam signal. And maybe worst of all, you are literally publishing your entire keyword strategy for any competitor to see. You're basically handing them your playbook. Why would you ever want to do that?
All right, we've busted the myth, we've banished the ghost, so what should you be focusing on instead? Let's dive into the modern on-page elements that have a real, measurable impact on your SEO today.
Now, here's a big one because a lot of people get these two tags mixed up. The old dead keywords tag was hidden and was meant for search engines. The meta description tag, on the other hand, is alive and well, and it's visible to users right there in the search results. Now, while it's not a direct ranking factor itself, a great description is what convinces a real person, an actual human, to click on your link instead of the one above or below it. It is all about that click. So if you're not spending time on meta keywords anymore, where should all that effort go? Here's your actionable playbook for what truly matters to search engines right now.
Instead of a hidden list of words, modern SEO is all about creating value and clarity. Your title tag? That's your main headline in the search results. It is a huge primary ranking factor. Header tags give your content a logical structure, like a roadmap that makes it easy for both people and search engines to understand. Image alt text is crucial for accessibility, but it also gives search engines context for your visuals. Structured data is almost like a translator for Google, helping it understand your content so well that it can show off those eye-catching review stars or product prices. And above all, high-quality content. That's the ultimate signal. It shows what your page is about, it doesn't just tell.
So the verdict is in, and it's crystal clear. The meta keywords tag is a ghost from a bygone SEO era. It gives you zero benefits on Google, it can make you look spammy, and it hands your entire playbook to your competitors. Removing it isn't just about cleaning up your code. It's about performing an exorcism on an old, outdated habit.
And that leaves us with one last really important question to think about. Now that you've exorcised this one SEO ghost, what other outdated habits might be haunting your website and holding you back from what's truly effective today?